What is up, pro wrestling fans? Welcome back to a slightly delayed episode of Squared Circle Speak. I am Ryan. With me, as always, is my co-host Nathan, and we are back again talking WWE. The week that was last week, the week of July 22nd. And as always, we're going to start off with the big stuff that happened on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, so we had let's go ahead and get this out of the way. We had another Wyatt Six segment with this time it was at least they didn't do like 2 or 3 with Eric Rowan. At least they're not drawing it out that much.
This one was weird though, because it was like 5 seconds. Like I don't know
Yeah,
what.
apparently Nikki Cross is not gonna be a talker, huh?
I guess it's not. We're not supposed to know it's Nikki Cross. I guess
I don't know.
because she didn't say anything, and it was just like very weird.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going with that. I don't think they can decide if they want this to be supernatural or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's going down the. I guess we're going down the like Fiend Bray Wyatt thing where it's like two different entities. I guess, but I don't know.
We'll see how that works.
Uh,
I just hope it does work. I hope that you know this kind of thing. You never know.
yeah,
It could fall flat.
yeah. Gunther kicked off the show. He was gonna apologize
All right.
about what he said, and he goes, and the crowd started booing. And he says, "You know what? I meant every word I said last week." Damian Priest and everybody in here is a bum.
Yeah.
Priest came out and they just beat the hell out of each other and went to commercial and they were still fighting. Priest got some cheers. I think they effectively turned Priest's face instantly. Like
Yeah.
he went from 1 week being booed to the next week getting cheered.
Well, so here's the thing. It's like this. If you have another guy say something really racist, yeah, it's gonna make the other guy pretty much a face.
Yeah. So there you go. And it worked. So Priest's face, I don't know. They got their goal because I'm pretty sure Priest was going to turn face anyway. But they did it. I don't know if I've seen it happen this quickly, where it went from like booed out of the building to getting cheered. Breaker and Ilya Dragunov fought for the #1 contender for the Intercontinental title, and Breaker won. The ending of this was very weird. Dragunov hit the H-bomb. He hit the Death Valley driver on the apron. He went for the H-bomb off the apron. Breaker countered in the spear. And I assume Ilya's head was supposed to hit the apron. It kind of did. And then Breaker won by referee stoppage. So this accomplished 2 things. It made Breaker look good, but it also made Ilya look good as well because he didn't quit and he didn't get pinned. He was knocked out. So some people I think did not like this, but I was okay with this actually. I didn't really have a problem with this ending.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it was decent. It made Ilya look kind of strong here because but so I guess we're getting 1-on-1 rematch then.
Yeah, it's been official for SummerSlam. Breaker versus Zayn. So
there we go.
Elsewhere on this show, Lyra Valkyria lost to Sonya Deville. They're really pushing Deville, man. She's got a little ring rust. It's been a while since she's wrestled. She was never the greatest in-ring performer.
Right.
So I hope she can pick it up. She is with Shayna and Zoe now, who are both pretty good in the ring, so maybe that'll rub off on her. But yeah, they're pushing her right now. She's got wins over Lyra, and then last week she won as well. So
yeah, so maybe if they like what you said, if they are going to do a mid-card title,
yeah,
maybe she'll be the first. I don't know if I agree with that, but yeah, you never know.
Never know. Punk, Drew McIntyre and Pierce had a segment. Basically, this was all getting to they're gonna wrestle 1-on-1. Pierce or McIntyre and Punk are gonna wrestle, and then he said, "You know what? I I got a referee problem. And then Seth Rollins came out and he's going to be the special referee for Punk and McIntyre at SummerSlam.
Right.
Very interesting. And we will have our SummerSlam predictions later on this week. So
Yes.
we will get to all that later on. You'll want to tune in because, who knows what's going to happen at SummerSlam. Every match seems to be right now could go either way, which makes it very exciting as a fan.
Yeah. I, I agree. You don't know what could happen.
The Final Testament beat Xavier Woods in the Alpha Academy. Whatever. No one really cared. Sorry, but no one cared. Uh, After this match, Chad Gable came out and then he asked for protection. You know, he had the Creed Bros with him, but he said, "I need your protection too." And then Otis kind of walked out on him. And then the Creed brothers beat them all up. And then the Wyatt Six appear on stage, and then uh, Uncle Howdy was in the ring and hit the Sister Abigail on Chad Gable. So he finally got physical. Uncle Howdy finally did something in the ring. I still don't know why they're targeting Chad Gable. We still have not gotten an official reason why, but we're going along with this.
Yeah.
Bronson Reed and Pete Dunne wrestled to nothing as Sheamus came in and beat them both up. Cool.
Yeah. I don't.
Where did this
Shane,
where did this Pete Dunne heel turn come from?
I have no idea. I
Like
have
it,
no idea, and I don't know what the. And I'm kind of upset. I'm upset because it left Tyler Bate with no, like, they just forgot all about Tyler Bate. And I hate when that happens. I didn't think that would happen in the Triple H era. I figured if they got split up, they'd still do something with the other one. But no, Tyler Bate's been missing for like 3 weeks now.
yeah, that kind of sucks. Hopefully
It
they
does.
figure out something to do with him because damn it, I don't want to see him get lost in the shuffle.
I know.
Yeah, and then we had the Rhea, Dominic, and Liv segment. My God, dude, Liv Morgan is going about as far as she can go in PG WWE. Let me tell you. Holy shit! God damn. Uh, she walked out, interrupted Rhea and Dominic, and then Liv was saying a bunch of stuff. She says, Dominic they don't go for girls who look like you, they go for girls who look like me. Dominic didn't let Rhea go, and then Rib's like, "Oh, say the words. I know you want to say them." And then Dominic goes, "You want three little words?" And then he goes, "I hate you. Are you stupid? Are you deaf? I don't like you." And he kept going. And then Liv starts crying. And then Rhea whispered in Dominic's ear and then licked his face. What is going to happen when they go to Netflix? Because they're doing this already.
I know. I don't know, man.
Lord. I mean, Liv Morgan, her shorts were, I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that short in WWE before. Like, it was like, holy shit. She was basically showing ass. Like, it was like, it's like, good God. So this match is going to be interesting at SummerSlam. I got some thoughts. I won't say them here because obviously we're going to save that for our SummerSlam prediction. But I think this match is going to be very, very interesting at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Zelina Vega beat Zoe Stark. Your main event was Sami Zayn and Jey Uso versus the Judgment Day with Carlito and all of them. It was obviously Balor and McDonough representing the Judgment Day. Sami Zayn and Jey Uso get the win. Then after the match, Braun Breaker spears Sami Zayn to end the show.
Hell
Not,
yeah.
not a bad episode of Raw. Continued the
No,
storylines. It
pretty
was
good.
no real downers, like other than like the Sonya Deville match kind of dragged for a little bit, but other than that, like every match was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think Raw was really good. Now on to NXT. Trick Williams started the show off. He was interrupted by Cedric Alexander and Ashanti the Adonis. What was this?
Well, last week, I guess they did something.
Yeah, they had a little thing in the back. And basically, Cedric and Trick are going to wrestle. And then Adonis said something and Trick beat up Adonis and Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm glad they get to do something on TV, but I'm mad that they put them back on NXT. I don't. What is up with this team? Like, what is up with these guys? What is with all the start and stop with Cedric Alexander?
I don't know. He can't. He'll get a little momentum, and then he'll be off the show for a while. Then he'll come back and get a little momentum and get to do something, and then he'll be off the show for a while. It's been like that his whole career, and I just can't figure
I
out why
know,
they can't just keep him going and keep him in something.
I know, and it's like okay, so these two at first they had them both basically show up separate, but
Yeah.
now they're doing promos in the back with each other. So now I'm like, okay, maybe they
Well,
are still a thing.
yeah, because they did the whole thing on SmackDown months ago where they're going to be a team, and that never went anywhere.
Yeah,
And then they ended up, and then yeah, one of them, and then now I guess they're back together. I don't know. Are they
it
together? Are they not together? Who knows?
it makes no sense.
The first match of the show was Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen in a no disqualification match. What'd you
Not
think?
a great match. Not a great match.
I was waiting for your reaction.
I I just don't see it in Brooks Jensen, man. I don't. Or Briggs, honestly, both of them, they're just not that good, and I don't know how they keep getting these opportunities on the TV because they just. I think they both just need to go somewhere else for a while and come back. Honestly,
Yeah, Sean Spears ended up getting involved. He grabbed it, and Briggs Jensen grabbed the chair, beat up Briggs with it. And then Jensen hit a DDT on the chair, and it looks like Spears will now be aligned with Brooks Jensen.
yay! Two of my least favorite together.
Ah. All right. Lexus King took on Eddie Thorpe. So Eddie Thorpe's finally wrestling again. You
Yeah,
know, this has been building for a while because Thorpe's now a DJ and he kept distracting Lexus King. And Thorpe got the win. So Eddie, Lexus King, like this happens all the time. He'll lose a match, but then after the match, he beat him up. So, like this happens all the time. Like he'll lose the match, but then after the match, he beats the guy up. It's weird.
yeah. I don't. I just don't know if Lexus King. I don't know what kind of legs his character has.
I don't even really know what his character is, to be honest with you. Like
I
it's
don't think
like,
I don't think he does either, and that's not a good thing. Whenever
yeah,
you might get, I don't know if he'll ever get called up.
yeah. So, start and stop, like we mentioned with Cedric Alexander, that's kind of king. He'll win a match, lose a match, win him. He's 50-50 booking to a key right now.
Yeah,
So well maybe something will happen here. He beat him up and attacked the right hand with his scepter. So is Thorpe gonna be injured out again? Like he just came back and now he's gonna
all right.
get injured.
There's a lot of that in NXT. Let me tell you.
Oro Mensa took on Ashanti the Adonis. Oro gets the win. And then he called out Ethan Page after the match. It's so weird for Ethan Page to be feuding with Oro Mensa.
Yeah, that's not the. I don't feel like that's the best feud for the start of your
Yeah.
career as NXT champion. Uh, so also on this show, it was like a short thing, but it was there. Um, Apparently next week we're gonna have a Joe Hendry concert, and he was outside putting
Yeah.
flyers by his windshields.
Yeah. And next week is also week 1 of the Great American Bash. So
Right.
it's a 2-week special. So Ren Sinclair beats Carly Bright. It's good to get these young women on TV. I like Ren Sinclair.
I said,
She's not
who is playing?
she's not the best, but it's good to get these women on TV and let them get some time. So
I guess
that
get
was
them a little bit of time while they can before Julia and
Delta and
yeah,
and the other one show up. Yeah,
and they
it's
all
gonna get real crowded real quick in NXT's women's division.
yes.
Thea Hale did an interview. This was whatever. She's got a title shot next week, I think, for the women's championship. So
Yeah, it's weird her getting a title shot again too.
yeah. Trick Williams beat Cedric Alexander. And then Metaphor beat Sol Ruka and Carmen Petrovic. It was good to see Jackson. Jackson hasn't wrestled in a long time. And so it was cool to see Jakara Jackson wrestling again.
I think she's another one that's been hurt a lot.
Yeah, I think so. And then Ethan Page and Oral Mensa had a segment. Um, and then I guess I assume they're gonna wrestle at some point. Is that gonna be like the main event of night 2 of fucking Great
I
American?
I feel like it might be.
Yeah. So night 1 American Bash, it'll be Joe Henry's concert. The Unholy Union will defend the women's tag team titles against Metaphor. Tony D'Angelo will defend the NXT Heritage Cup against Tavion Heights, and Roxanne Perez will defend the women's championship against Thea Hale. So pretty good show next week. The main event of this show was the Rascals in action versus Axiom, Nathan Frazier, and Javon Evans. You put all 6 high flyers in the ring, and this was insane. They all did just so much shit.
A lot of crazy stuff happened in this.
And then yeah, the Rascals get the win. It was so cool to see Trey Miguel in an NXT ring. Because I was a huge fan of his I mean I still am, but I really liked his run in TNA when he was like the X Division champion and all that. And so seeing him in WWE was insane.
You know what's weird about it is, so here's what I can't put my finger on with some of this stuff. Now I get that it's temporary, you know, but like some of these guys, the reason they didn't come to WWE was the travel, and they don't want, and now they're in WWE anyway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I just don't. It's weird to me. So I don't know if Trey Miguel will ever entertain the idea of going to WWE full time, just like the women's the Knockouts champion Jordan Grace, because that was both of their things, is they didn't like all the traveling and all the, so maybe they never will. Maybe this is their one little temporary thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. But NXT was pretty decent. Like I said, we got Great American Bash the next 2 weeks over there and NXT land, so we'll see what happens on those shows. SmackDown kicked off with Nick Aldis informing the Bloodline that Tonga Loa was injured last week, and they'll have to forfeit their spot in the tag team gauntlet. And then Solo said, no, 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 no. Jacob Batu's representing. And then Aldis was like, all right, whatever, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So it'll be Tama Tonga and Jacob Batu in the gauntlet. They made an LA Knight promo. He walked to the ring, calling out Logan Paul, and then he took on Santos Escobar. LA Knight got the win. Then after the match, Logan Paul and Escobar beat up Knight, and then Logan Paul hit a frog splash to end the segment. Fucking Escobar.
Yeah, you know, I know LA Knight's in his, what is he, 40?
He's 40, 41, something like that.
Yeah. So I get that he's 40, but man, he's slow. His style just, I know he's supposed to be a throwback or whatever to the Attitude Era and that kind of style of wrestling, but man,
Yeah.
it does not click for today's wrestling.
I mean, and Vince got a lot of hate, but I think I can understand why Vince wanted to make him a manager.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because he can talk.
Yeah.
But his style of match is just,
Yeah.
So we'll see what they cook up at SummerSlam between Paul and Knight. But yeah, this match was okay. Santos Escobar did everything he could to make it exciting. But it's LA Knight. He's gonna wrestle slow. This was a clash of styles that I don't think worked too well.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill said they're coming after the tag team titles at some point. And then we had the gauntlet match, and this thing was just the rest of the show. Almost. So Apollo Crews and Baron Corbin started off against Legado del Fantasma. Crews and Corbin won. And then the Street Profits came out. Street Profits beat them. Street Profits beat Pretty Deadly. Street Profits beat the Good Brothers. And then it was the Street Profits versus Jacob Fatu and Tonga, and Fatu went crazy. beat them all up, and they get the win. So the Bloodline are the number one contenders for the tag team championships.
All right.
That's gonna be, I think, I don't know where they're gonna go with that because he just gave the titles to DIY. Interesting. And then we had Grayson Waller, Austin Theory in the ring, and then Terrence Crawford came out with Cody, and it was just, yeah, Terrence Crawford came out and Terrence Crawford knocked out Theory. What was this? I don't know why they did this.
It's just,
It's, I guess they're just promoting that fight. But it was just weird.
yeah, and I guess it's still, when are these guys just gonna fight each other?
Yeah, I know. They keep like, yeah. Because again, like Waller pushed Theory into getting knocked out. So
Yeah.
And then Cody Rhodes come out and cut a promo talking about Solo and Orton and Owens and all that. And so, typical Cody promo. Then your main event, Bayley and Michin versus Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton. At the end of the match came. Referee was trying to get Michin out of the ring. Stratton used the Money in the Bank briefcase to knock out Bayley. Nia Jax knocks Michin off the apron. She hits the Annihilator to pick up the win. I'm surprised and Stratton did not cash in here, which was dumb on her part. But I guess she doesn't want to wrestle Nia Jax, I guess. It makes sense. But
Well, when's she gonna cash in then? Because if she wants her buddy to win, she's gonna have to cash it in on Nia.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. But and then the end of the show was Solo cutting a promo on everybody. So
Yeah.
I
It
guess
was okay. I feel like Raw was stronger than SmackDown.
yeah. This
It
show
was,
was
it was definitely stronger than NXT too. I think Raw won on the side of WWE.
yes, for sure.
Quick wrestling news here, Ryan. I'll as quick as I can.
There's a lot.
So yeah, so apparently Julia she's got an announcement at sometime this month, so I'm assuming that's going to be it. She's going to come to WWE
Tomorrow, July 30th.
Yeah.
So
she's coming. The other girl, Stephanie Vacur, they said her debut is imminent, like immediate.
she's probably already in Florida, honestly.
Well, yeah. So both of them look forward to seeing both of them. Maybe after SummerSlam, they'll both be on TV. And then we also had that GCW Bloodsport, and it had former WWE manager wrestler MVP was on there, Ryan.
Yeah.
And he was talking. He wants to fight there. And Josh Barnett kind of hinted at maybe Bobby Lashley coming there. I don't know if that's a good. I mean, I guess it's something for him to do in the meantime, but he ain't going to get the big money at GCW.
Yeah.
If you're going to turn down I mean, I know I think WWE had to offer him a decent amount of money, you would think. So to turn that down to show up at GCW would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
So we'll see where that leads. Also at that show, Shayna Baszler wrestled again, right?
Shayna Baszler and both the Creed brothers and Charlie Dempsey, I think, all wrestled on the show.
Yeah. So
and they all won.
That's really crazy.
Like Brutus Creed beat fucking dirty filthy Tom Lawler.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's nuts. And I mean, it's good. I mean, hopefully it makes that the partnership grow, and we'll start seeing more stuff like that. If you've never seen Bloodsport, it's a mix of MMA and pro wrestling.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I try watching it, but it's worked shoot fights, and I don't like it. It's not my style.
All right. Well, it's not for everybody, obviously, but if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I mean, it's different.
A lot of people that because there was AEW people there, New Japan. There was like 7 different companies represented on this
Yeah,
show.
I mean it's a cool thing, and I'm not gonna hate on anyone that enjoys that blood sport stuff. It's just not for me. Uh,
Right.
I've been very vocal about hating fake real fights in wrestling. So, and that's the whole show of it. So, it's not my
Right.
thing, but it was cool to see all that. And yeah, MVP showed up, like you said, and basically challenged Josh Barnett to a match and basically confirmed he's leaving WWE. So, and then also Beth Phoenix is reportedly gone. Didn't know she was still under contract, but apparently she is no longer with WWE. So here she comes to AEW.
Yeah.
And then I think that's about it with contract stuff. I don't think there's anyone else leaving yet.
Right.
I mean, there might be. Who knows at this point? But I think that's all I've seen. Miko Satomura announced during their Japan tour over the weekend that she's going to retire in April of 2025.
All right.
She's been wrestling since '95, so I mean, good lord. So it'll be 30 years is why she's doing it, and
That'll be her 30-year mark.
yeah, so that's why she wants to do it. So, and she did wrestle Bailey for the WWE Women's Championship in Japan.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she'll wrestle in WWE or not, but she's gonna wrestle. I don't know where she's gonna wrestle, but who knows? WWE should let her be on the main roster for like just that what little run there.
I feel like they should. I feel like they should give her just a little bit, you know.
Yeah,
Uh, let's see. I think that's it for news, isn't it?
yeah. I don't think there's much else other than little bitty stuff that doesn't really matter. So
All right. So if you like this episode of WWE Speak, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can hear more WWE Speak episodes, and hit the notification bell so you know when we're uploading more WWE Speak videos. And we'll see you on the next one. We got AEW coming up
oh
tomorrow,
shit.
and Friday we'll have our WWE SummerSlam predictions.
Yeah, so we're a little behind this week. Life happens, so maybe only be 4 videos this week, but you know, it'll be all good. So we will see you tomorrow for AEW, and that's going to be crazy.
Yeah.